Okay, this is part 4 of growing the potatoes in containers, and today is week 12 for the Yukon goal, and most of the flowers have bloomed and fallen off, so we're going to go ahead and dump these pots out and see what we get. This is a little story about these. When I planted them back on March 21st, 2015, took them a while to get started. I think they wanted a warmer soil, but when they did, they started growing pretty good. And I did the first layering. When they came up about 4 inches, I dumped the some more dirt on them and covered them up, and they started their growing cycle again. And it rained probably 8 days straight or whatever. So when I got back out to do another layer of dirt on it, they had grown substantially. They were up near the top of the containers then. So I filled it up with dirt. So I don't know what type of effect that had on it. Would they still produce the potatoes like they would on a regular layering cycle, or is that somehow going to affect the yield? So we'll find out here shortly. All right, here we go. We got the container set up. I'm gonna go ahead and dump them out, but I'm not going to be able to film and dump these things at the same time. I wish I had some help with this. Let's ask this strange person that's walking through my yard. Hello, strange person.
Hello, strange sir.
Do you mind giving me a hand dumping out these potatoes?
Sure.
If I only had some scissors.
Oh, it's your lucky day. I had some handy scissors
Wow,
right
that's
here.
great. Oh man, this is working out well. Okay, first thing we need to do is we step over here and behind the containers, and this is container 1 over here, and that's container 2, and we're going to cut off the green stems there before we dump them out. But I tell you what, since you're such a kind stranger and happen to have scissors, if you pick right now which container has the most potatoes in it, you win a prize. What would you like that prize to be?
A trip to breakfast.
Breakfast where?
IHOP.
Okay. Which container do you think has the most potatoes?
2.
Container 2?
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll find out. Well, let's go ahead and trim the stems off of container 1. Strange person. It's very nice of you. Do you live near here?
Yeah, you do.
Why are you in my yard?
Well, you have a big fence, so I thought you had a playground back here.
Well, you thought wrong. This is a work ground.
So I came to play, but then when I realized there was nothing here.
Why did you have the scissors?
That's another thing that we could get to in a different time.
Okay. All right. Okay, we got the stems trimmed off for container 1 and container 2 here. We're going to go ahead and dump these things out and see what we got. Hey, strange person, let me see your muscles. You may need a little help dumping these pots. I'll be right back. Okay, container 1, this is the container that you don't want to have the most potatoes in. Okay, stranger. Well, I see one already. Okay, job complete. We got one. That's it. That's all we need. Good night, everybody. All right, go ahead, dig in. When we get the tomatoes, when we get the potatoes, you want to be very gentle with them because the skins are very delicate. Okay. All right, go. I had to assist my stranger assistant here. The dirt was a little compacted, and so we had to break it up a little bit. But just pretend it's Easter. These are Easter eggs, all in one spot. You don't have to move around. That's a pretty good amount of potatoes in there. You might have picked the wrong pot.
I might have.
Really good. These are Yukon Gold, if I haven't mentioned before. The third video in this series was the the red potatoes that we harvested 2 weeks ago. Once again, these are Yukon Go. This is week 12. Wow, that's a big one. Okay, container 1 yielded 6.91 pounds of Yukon Go potatoes. All right, we dumped out container 2, and here we go. This is the container you want to contain more than 6.91 pounds of Yukon Go potatoes. Stranger in my yard. Let's go. See what we got. Think you're gonna do it?
Yeah.
All right. There's a security guard over there. Yeah, tell him, boy. Potato guard dog. Change your name to Spud. You don't look like you're gonna get to 6.91 pounds like that today.
What do you mean?
Strange person. I see a big one under there. You just left it. It's down on it. Under there. See it? No, not that. Down on the ground. On the ground. That's the seed potato. Oops, sorry. Well, strange person. Unless you pull a couple more out of that dirt, it doesn't look like 6.9 pounds of potatoes you harvested from container 2.
I found one.
Come on. Is it good? Is it valid?
No.
Let's see. Is it dirty? Is it good or bad?
I think it's bad.
Yeah, it's bad. It's a bad one. Okay, we're gonna wrap this up real quick. Container 2 had 5.825 pounds of Yukon Go potatoes, which wasn't enough to win. The container 1 had 6.91. So you don't win your breakfast. I'm sorry, strange person, but as a consolation prize, you can have this little tiny potato.
Well, I'm
As
poor.
a token of our time spent together
I guess
harvesting potatoes. And get out of my yard before I call the police.
I'm taking this with me.
That would be stealing.
I don't care. I'm homeless.
Hey, come back here. For everybody that doesn't know, this is my lovely daughter, Adriana, aka Thunder. Say bye, Thunder. Let's get out of the rain.
All right, bye.
Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time. Okay, here's a little follow-up with the Yukon Go potatoes versus the red potatoes. In my opinion, the Yukon Go were a little easier to grow when I planted them, although it took a little bit for them to start to come up and sprout. I think they were just waiting on warmer soil temperatures, but overall I think they were a little bit more hardy than the red potatoes. About, what was it, week 10 or so, the reds, I don't know if they were ready to be picked, or they got a touch of the blight or something like that, but they just seemed just a tad more problematic than the Yukon. But both were very easy to grow. This is a really fun project. I'm definitely gonna grow both of these again and maybe look for like a purple variety next year or something like that. One thing I wanted to add is potatoes are really prone to blight. So that soil that I use, I'm not going to use it to grow anything else. I just go ahead and dump it out in the yard. Hopefully it's far away enough from the garden that it's not going to have any effect or whatever. I'll just spread it out. As you can see, the yard has some bare patches trying to get this Bermuda to take hold. Had some landscaping done last year, and the Bermuda still hasn't covered the ground like it should. So hopefully this little topsoil on it will help it out. But I definitely recommend this. Like you said, it was a pretty easy project. There's 4 videos on this. If this is the first one you've seen, you can go back and see it from the beginning, where I showed you how to make the container that we grew these in and how to plant them. and how to layer them all the way up to the harvest of the red potatoes, and today the Yukon potatoes. Guys, I really appreciate you checking out the video. Hopefully you get a chance to do the same with some potatoes or whatever vegetable of your choice. Thanks for watching, and I hope you'll come back to the channel. And if you like it, give me a thumbs up and please subscribe. Thank you.